The notable actions of the Aos Sí, exploration of Irish mythological beings. Introduction, understanding the Aos Sí in Irish mythology. The Aos Sí, literally people of the mounds, are central figures in Irish mythology and folklore. They are often considered remnants of the Tuatha Dé Danann, supernatural beings, who, after their defeat by the Milesians, withdrew into the otherworld, residing in Sida, hollow hills, or fairy mounds. The Aos Sí are depicted as powerful, otherworldly entities that exist in parallel to the human world, capable of significant interaction with mortals. This paper explores the notable actions of the Aos Sí, their mythological and folkloric roles, and their impact on Irish cultural consciousness. These actions include bestowing blessings and curses, abducting mortals, engaging in battles, enforcing taboos, and manipulating time and reality. 1. Bestowing gifts and curses. One of the most distinctive activities of the Aos Sí is their dual ability to grant blessings to those who honor them and inflict misfortune on those who offend them. 1.1. Benevolent actions, the granting of boons. The Aos Sí are often depicted as guardians of wisdom, fertility, and prosperity. Those who respect their traditions, such as leaving out offerings of food and drink, may be rewarded with fertile land, good health, and artistic inspiration. Poetic and musical inspiration. The Aos Sí are deeply connected to poetry, music, and prophecy. Many legends suggest that Irish poets, Fili, derived their otherworldly knowledge from encounters with these beings. The fairy queen, Aine, is often invoked as a muse for poets and musicians. Protection of farmers and warriors. In some legends, farmers who respect the fairy mounds are blessed with bountiful harvests, while warriors who gain the favor of the Aos Sí may become invincible in battle. 1.2. Malevolent actions, curses, and punishments. Conversely, the Aos Sí are quick to punish those who disturb their domains or violate sacred taboos. The fairy stroke, Slagteiracht Sí. Individuals who trespass on fairy grounds may be struck with an invisible illness known as the fairy stroke, leading to wasting diseases, paralysis, or madness. The destruction of crops and livestock. Farmers who plow over fairy paths may find their fields blighted or their animals mysteriously dead overnight. Revenge on the hubristic. Irish mythology is rife with stories of mortals who challenge the Aos Sí, only to suffer grievous consequences. For instance, those who mock fairy traditions may find themselves cursed with bad luck for generations. 2. Abduction of mortals. Fairy kidnappings. The Aos Sí are frequently associated with the abduction of humans, a theme that permeates both mythology and folklore. 2.1. The taking of lovers, the lure of the otherworld. Many legends tell of mortal men and women being taken to the fairy realm for romantic or sexual companionship. These stories often feature a beautiful otherworldly woman, Bean Sí, who lures a mortal into her domain, only for him to lose track of time and return to find decades or even centuries have passed. Example, Oisin and Niamh Chin Oyer. In the famous Fenian tale, Oisin, a warrior poet of the Fianna, is taken to Tir na Nog, the land of eternal youth, by the fairy princess Niamh Chin Oyer. He spends what he believes to be a few years in bliss, only to discover, upon returning to Ireland, that centuries have passed and all his kin are long dead. 2.2. The theft of children, changeling lore. One of the most feared actions of the Aos Sí is their tendency to steal human infants and replace them with changelings, sickly fairy offspring who are often deformed or have unnatural abilities. Symptoms of a changeling: constant crying and refusal to be soothed, advanced intelligence beyond their years, unusual physical features or deformities, aversion to iron, which repels fairies. Changelings were believed to be exchanged so that the Aos Sí could raise strong, healthy human children as their own. Various folk remedies were devised to expose a changeling, such as holding it over fire or placing iron objects in its cradle. 3. Engaging in supernatural battles. The Aos Sí are not merely passive entities. They actively engage in conflicts that impact both their world and the human realm. 3.1. The Fairy Wars. Certain Irish myths describe battles between rival factions of the Aos Sí, often over territory or honor. These conflicts are said to manifest in the human world as sudden storms, strange lights in the sky, or unexplained deaths. The Cathmaige Tuired. The great mythical battle between the Tuatha Dé Danann and the Fomorians is sometimes considered a precursor to later fairy conflicts. The victory of the Tuatha Dé Danann led to their eventual transformation into the Aos Sí. 3.2. Involvement in human conflicts. The Aos Sí sometimes aid or hinder human warriors in battle. They might appear as spectral armies, whisper strategies to chosen leaders, or cursed entire bloodlines to ensure military defeat. The fairy cavalry. Some legends describe ghostly fairy hosts riding into battle, particularly on Samhain, when the veil between worlds is thin. 4th, manipulation of time and reality. One of the most mysterious actions of the Aos Sí is their ability to bend time, alter reality, and transport mortals across dimensions. 4.1. The lost time phenomenon. Many mortals who enter a fairy mound or dance with the Aos Sí find that time moves differently. They may believe they have been gone for hours, only to return and find years or even centuries have passed. Example, the legend of Etain. In the Tochmark Etain, Etain, a mortal woman, is transformed, reborn, and reincarnated over multiple lifetimes, each time being drawn into the affairs of the Aos Sí. 4.2. Illusions and glamours. The Aos Sí are master illusionists. They can make the old appear young, the beautiful appear hideous, and wealth appear worthless. Some legends describe mortals receiving gold from the fairies, only to find it turned to leaves or stones by morning. Others tell of fairy revelers throwing lavish feasts that, to an outsider's view, are merely handfuls of dust and bones. Conclusion: the enduring legacy of the Aos Sí. The Aos Sí are not passive, whimsical fairies. They are powerful, enigmatic, and sometimes dangerous entities deeply embedded in Irish mythology. Their notable actions, bestowing blessings and curses, abducting mortals, engaging in supernatural wars, and manipulating time and perception, demonstrate their profound influence on Irish cultural narratives. Even in modern times, belief in the Aos Sí persists, with many rural Irish communities still avoiding cutting fairy trees or disturbing sacred mounds, lest they invoke the wrath of these ancient, otherworldly beings.